Hi everybody, thanks for coming out. We're gonna get started. Can we take like one little bit step back so that way people that need to take photos have this? Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
You just dropped a debit card.
Oh shit, thank you.
That was close.
Yes, I'll just put it right there.
Thank you everyone for coming out. Today we're here to protest what's going on in Palestine. We good? There we go. We're now sitting at 3 weeks at least of escalation within Al-Aqsa, within Jerusalem, within Sheikh Jarrah. We have been working with the residents of Sheikh Jarrah since this beginning of this recent escalation with the courts. And all of Palestine has come out to support our people. This is an instance of ethnic cleansing which extends back 73 years of continuous ethnic cleansing, And so we're here to say to the State Department, which refuses to acknowledge the violence of the Israeli state and the Zionist regime, we're here to say no more funding. We will not stand for it. Our people are resilient. Our people have been resisting for 73 years, and we will continue that resistance until all of Palestine is liberated. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free.
From the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free.
From the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free.
From the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free.
From the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free.
So we're here today, sponsored by 15 different organizations in a coalition which has now delivered over 200,000 signatures. 200,000 signatures have been sent to the State Department, and that number keeps growing. Every day that number is doubling. It started off, we thought we would only get 5,000, but because our people, when we stand together, we move power, we move where things are going, and we ensure that we will stand with one another. My name is Rasha. I'm with the Palestinian Youth Movement, DMV chapter, the DC, Maryland, Virginia chapter. The Palestinian Youth Movement is a transnational organization of independent grassroots youth of Palestinian and Arab descent, and we are here to say that we will continue this fight until Palestine is liberated, until liberation and return, of course, and we affirm those rights. And so today we have 15 different organizations. We have AMP, we have USPCN, we have US Campaign, we have USCPR. 15 different organizations have come forth to endorse today's action here at the seat of power at the State Department, which is one of the main bodies of the US government that affirms that. We'd also like to say, before we start off, and acknowledge that first and foremost, this is stolen land. This is Piscataway land, which was stolen in a settler colonial project of the United States, which the Israel, of course, is modeled after. And so we want to honor that this is what this land truly is, and our liberation is interconnected and intertwined, and the U.S. and Palestine, the Turtle Island and Palestine will only be liberated together. I want to invite our first speaker up, Laura from PYM, to offer our opening statements.
Folks, just to let you know, we have Sheikh Jarrah live with us right now. And there are clashes happening in Sheikh Jarrah as we are here. من واشنطن هنا الشيخ جراح. إلى أهالي القدس الحبيبة عاصمة فلسطين أوجه تحية. نحن منكم ومعكم. My name is Laura Albast. I'm here with the Palestinian Youth Movement. The PYM is a transnational independent grassroots movement of Palestinian youth struggling for the liberation of our people and our land. Today, the liberation of our people of Palestine begins with the ending of Israel's violent and illegal expulsions of Palestinians in Sheikh Jarrah, a neighborhood in Jerusalem. Next Saturday is the 73rd anniversary of the Nakba, We are not commemorating an event that happened and ended. We are reaffirming that it's ongoing. The Nakba continues until we are liberated. In Sheikh Jarrah, Muhammad al-Kurd and his family fight alongside other families to resist attempts by Zionist settlers and the occupation forces to expel them from their homes. I first met Muhammad in March over Zoom. He shared the story of his family's disposition. He reminded me of my younger siblings. He was genuine and did not filter anything he told me. I felt a responsibility to stay in touch, and I asked, what could we do in the diaspora? Today, I realize there is a lot to be done. One cannot be silent when witnessing injustice unfold before them. Watching Muhammad's Instagram feed as Israeli soldiers walk up to him, push his neighbors, beat his friends, scream at his father, throw stun grenades in his yard, I have an urge to climb through the screen and protect him. Isn't that what siblings do? Isn't that why we are gathered here today? To protect our Palestinian brothers and sisters from being forcefully expelled from their rightfully owned homes. From their rightfully owned homes. Aren't we here to amplify the voices of our people as they risk their lives to make sure we bear witness to Israel's crimes of apartheid and ethnic cleansing? To call out this government to act? Our people are in the midst of a historic uprising against the Zionist oppressor. We stand here today in unequivocal support to the uprising and call on those of good conscience to make some noise globally. More than $3.8 billion globally are sent by the United States to fund the Israeli military. Tax dollars that you and I pay have killed 9 children yesterday. 9 children. Our tax dollars desecrated the holy site of Al-Aqsa Mosque. Our tax dollars are funding the arrest of minors and the beating of women, while American charities are being funded, that are funding settler organizations are tax exempt. This is something that the U.S. Treasury Department can take care of right now. These are not charitable organizations. These are criminal groups that are illegally displacing families. The hashtag Save Sheikh Jarrah or Anqidhu Hayy Sheikh Jarrah have flooded social media over the past few weeks as more than 550 residents are at threat of being forcefully and violently displaced from their homes and their land. This is a wider representation of Palestine's modern history. These families are reliving their ancestral nightmare of the Nakba. Biden, Department of Treasury, State Department, we are speaking to you. End the occupation. Withdraw every form of support. Children are killed in your name, and photos of their brutalized bodies are spread across the global media. There's no rhetoric to hide behind, but still, you continue to fund these killers. This administration should be embarrassed. You should be embarrassed. We all heard the statement given by the State Department yesterday. Shame on you.
Shame!
Shame! Don't be silent. Do not stand by. We will liberate Palestine through our grassroots movement. We will save Sheikh Jarrah, we will save Silwan, Jerusalem, Palestine, because we refuse to back down and refuse to forget. We will continue to share our stories and spread the resistance. Our liberation depends on it. Palestinians are here to stay. We will not leave Sheikh Jarrah. We will not leave Jerusalem. We will not leave Palestine. We will not leave until our last breath. And we will not leave your feeds, no matter how many times you censor us. Free, free Palestine!
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 Woo! Let's give Laura one more round of applause. Thank you, Laura, for this beautiful statement. I just want to affirm one more time that we do have the residents of Sheikh Jarrah on live right now. Muhammad al-Kurd is on live with us right now, so if we could all cheer for him. Woo! We are here to support you. We won't back down. We will be in the streets as long as y'all are in the streets. When y'all are out, we're out. And so from that, I want to start a new chant that we have. They got tanks, we got rocks. We won't back down in Sheikh Jarrah. They got tanks, we got rocks. We won't down in Sheikh Jarrah. They got tanks, we got rocks. We won't back down in Sheikh Jarrah. They got tanks, we got rocks. We won't back down in Sheikh Jarrah. Woo! Okay. Today we also have a wonderful guest who has stood with us as we've begun on this campaign. We have Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib is here, one of our Palestinian sisters who's in the Congress and who's been standing with us as we fought this fight. So I'd like to invite you, Congresswoman, up to the stage, please. My big brother, listen brother, that always has my back, so thank you so much for being here in solidarity. You all know, sometimes I'm just not here just as a congresswoman. I'm also here as a descendant of the Palestinian people, as a person that is a granddaughter to a city that lives in the occupied territories, as a daughter of a mother who watches her homeland completely being destroyed and her neighbors that she grew up with being dehumanized. So I'm here because I need to put a human face to the Palestinian movement. Enough to say that our children don't matter, that they don't deserve to live and thrive and not live with the trauma of the constant attack by a racist policies and the dehumanization that continues to happen. So I want you all to know this. You know, I always remind people that I grew up in the most beautiful, blackest city in the country, in the city of Detroit. And what I learned growing up there as a Palestinian is that, you know, looking at just my neighborhood, every corner is a reminder of the civil rights movement. They will continue to try to degrade the Palestinian people, to dehumanize them, to make them out to what they're not. My black neighbors, my Latino sisters and brothers throughout my district, they fight for human dignity for themselves. And that's the only thing the Palestinian people are asking, is to deserve to live, to deserve to exist with human dignity, with human rights. Enough hiding between propaganda that it isn't true what they say about the Palestinian people. My city doesn't know what's happening other than that she can't get to the hospital. The little kids don't understand what's going on, but they don't have access to clean water. They're not people that are sitting there trying to hurt anybody. They want to live in their homes in Sheikh Jarrah and Jerusalem and all throughout Israel and Palestine. That's what they want to do, is to be able to thrive and live. Enough with the segregation of Jim Crow laws. Enough with building roads through my grandmother's land and saying she can't even walk on the road. Enough with the checkpoint and saying that she doesn't deserve to be able to walk freely. She did nothing except be born in a land that everybody continues to fight over. Well, this land belongs to everyone. It belongs to all of us. And so I just want you all to take a moment and understand this. They will try to beat down the Palestinian people. People like Muhammad and everybody. But they don't understand that we are seeds. This is something that my black mothers have taught me. We are seeds. And now there's one of them in the United States Congress. They cannot take away our history. You know, I don't know if Andre knows this, but every time I speak about what's going on in Palestine, you know, I have colleagues that sometimes say, you know, Rashida, you gotta know the history. And I was like, what are you talking about? What? And they constantly say this to me, and I was like, what are you talking about? My family lived through that history. So sometimes I don't even use sometimes occupation or Nakba, because they don't understand that. What they do understand is that people died solely because of who they are. Because they were Palestinian, because they were of a certain faith, whatever it is. They were completely alienated, killed, and the ethnic cleansing continues now. And so I tell all of you, you will not whitewash, you will not take away my family's ancestors' history. You will not. Thousands continue to be displaced and pushed out of their homes and their land. Enough. And so many folks are going to continue to try to gaslight us, target us, bully us. But we will not be pushed down, because we all deserve to live freely and with human dignity. So please continue to be that voice. Continue to have that courage. I know how hard it is. I never expected this to happen to me in Congress.
where people literally try to discredit you, to take away who you are. It won't happen because we are so many of us here. We are living the truth. We understand the truth. And so I just want you all to know, continue to lift us all up, the ones who are speaking truth to power in Congress, but also understand that the work is in the community. The work is in the communities that you all live in. Work those communities. Educate, teach, all those things. But let me tell you this. It was a young girl in Flint Masjid who got up. She was a Muslimah. She got up and she goes, Rashida, how come nobody's saying anything about what's happening, what's happening, the rhetoric coming out of the candidates for president? And that thing, the forever impeached president was running on this Islamophobic, unbelievably terrible just rhetoric that was really leading to violence. And I looked at this beautiful young sister in the Flint Masjid and I said to her, sister, what did you say? What did you say when he said that Mexicans were rapists? You can almost hear a pin drop, Andre, because I'll tell you this, our freedom is interconnected with black, brown, indigenous, and disconnected. What they are doing to the Palestinian people is what they continue to do to our black brothers and sisters here, to the immigrant community here, and enough. So I want you to know this. If you are marching for freedom of Palestine, please know that you must be marching for everybody's freedom. We're all interconnected. And so, this is how you grow this movement. This is how you spread the truth. Thank you so much. Thank you. Salam.
I love this sister here. I came out to support you especially because my love and appreciation for you has grown throughout the years because she is the realest and she is the truth. Give it up for our sister. I love Congresswoman Tlaib. I want to thank all of you who came out today, all of the organizations, all of the activists, those of you who took off from work or snuck away from your laptop. Thank you for coming out. If you are black, this is your fight. If you are Latino, this is your fight. If you're South Asian, this is your fight. If you're white, this is your fight. If you're Jewish, this is sure enough your fight. If you are an American, this is your fight. If you are a human being, this is your fight. That's right, my brother. So, what we're saying is, this isn't about me or you. This is about the liberation of the Palestinian people. I love Sister Rashida and Sister Omar because they have set an example for our colleagues in Congress. Many members right now are being threatened with political repercussions if they speak out on this issue. But I say, if you pay taxes, know that we spend billions of dollars every year that go to the state of Israel. Now, Israel is an important security partner, we know that. But we cannot allow our taxpayer dollars to go toward the oppression of the Palestinian people.
Yes!
I am urging each and every one of you to continue to support, uplift, and encourage people like Sister Rashida, people like Sister Ilhan, the entire squad, your brother Andre, and every member of Congress who has stepped up and showed out and supported this issue, and those who are afraid. Before you condemn them, give them a chance to be on the right side of history. No longer should politicians feel threatened about speaking out for what is right. If you speak out for Black Lives Matter, you should speak out on behalf of the Palestinians. If you are concerned about what is happening in Colombia, you should speak up on behalf of the Palestinians. A tweet is not enough. A post is not enough. A meme is not enough. We need your voices at the polls to punish those who are still afraid, but yet they come to you when it's time to get reelected. But when it comes time to speak out against this issue, they're silent. Enough is enough. As we go forward, let us unite and stand up on this issue and know that this isn't just a singular fight, this is a human fight. Thank you.
Thank you. One, two, three. Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Down, down, Israel!
Down, down, Israel!
Down, down, Israel!
Down, down, Israel!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Down, down, Israel!
Down, down, Israel!
Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you Congresswoman and Congressman. Up next we have Dr. Osama from AMP.
Thank you, Rasha. Assalamu alaikum. Hello, everyone. Let me start by saying this. Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib, Congressman Andrew Carson, thank you for your moral courage. Thank you for standing on principle. We know that you stand for human rights. We've seen you fighting for the rights of indigenous Americans. We've seen you fighting for the rights of African Americans. And today you are proving your moral courage by fighting for the Palestinian rights.
Yes.
You cannot be progressive on everything except when it comes to Palestine. A true progressive will be for Palestine. A true human being will be for Palestine. To our people in Palestine, to our people in Jerusalem, in Sheikh Jarrah, in Hay al-Bustan, to our people in Gaza, in the West Bank, to the oppressed people inside the apartheid state of Israel. نحن معكم. لستم لوحدكم. We stand with you. You are not alone in this fight for justice. And we promise you, we will continue to deliver on your resilience, and we will continue to build on your resolution until we bring justice to Palestine.
Justice!
You're not alone. To Mr. Price, the spokesman of the State Department, the spokesman of this building, have you assessed the information yet? Have you gotten the information yet?
No.
Have you gotten the fact that you were looking for?
Yes.
The whole world saw your shameful exchange and shameful conversation with journalists yesterday. The whole world saw you condemning the Palestinian people. The whole world saw you drawing conclusions. You didn't say that I'm waiting for facts. You didn't say that we're waiting for information. You didn't say that we're assessing the situation. But when you were asked about these rights, the crimes committed by Israel, suddenly you became so-called objective, so-called neutral. You are not. You are not. You are another voice of oppression. You are a voice of an administration that has promised us that it will restore America's moral authority. I'm not gonna say this word. Moral authority, my what? What moral authority? What moral authority do we have? What moral authority do we have to preach to the world? China is no better, but we are no better as well. Don't lie to us. Russia is no better, but we are no better as well. Don't tell us about moral authority. Don't tell us about the power of our example. My son, what? What is the example of our power, or the power of our example? Where is it? How come that our power of the power of our example applies to everything except to Palestine? How come Israel has the right to defend itself, and Palestinians who are losing their mothers, their sisters, their siblings, defend themselves? How come you stand against institutionalized racism in America while you are supporting and enabling institutionalized racism, apartheid in Palestine? Don't tell us this lie. You don't stand for African Americans' rights. You don't stand for the natives' rights. You don't stand for the Russian people's rights. You don't stand for the Chinese people's rights. You don't stand for American rights. And you don't stand for human rights because your stand on Palestine has, again, just unmasked this ugly face, have revealed the true essence of human rights. We know it. Let's put this in perspective. When we were planning this event, this march, this press conference, weeks ago, our sole focus was to deliver a petition that was signed by 200,000 Americans demanding action on Palestine and justice in Palestine. At the time, violence was coming from one side. Violence was coming from the apartheid state of Israel. Violence was coming from extremist settlers. Palestinians weren't responding in kind. Palestinians were attacked in Jerusalem, were attacked in the Aqsa compound. No freedom of religion, no free access, no freedom of movement, no human rights. And the US administration have done nothing. We've signed a petition because we demanded action vis-a-vis the inaction that we see from this administration. And now suddenly they're calling for a de-escalation. A de-escalation after you allowed the situation to deteriorate now? A de-escalation after Palestinian blood was shed? A de-escalation after the Israelis desecrated the mosque? A de-escalation after Jewish settlers attacked Jewish peaceful activists? Jewish peace activists were attacked with the Palestinians in Jerusalem. In Jerusalem. These are the facts. When we ask this administration to act, when we ask the Mr. Human President, who promised us that he's going to be a transformational president, how many years do you have left to live? Make a stand. Stand on principle. Show us that you care. Show us that compassion that you always talk about. Shed a tear on the Palestinian blood. Show us that you are willing to stand up to corrupt lobbies in this country. That you're willing to stand up to the fifth column in this country. To stand up for the foreign agent in this country. That speaks for a foreign entity at the expense of our rights. Judaism is not guilty of the crimes being perpetrated against the Palestinians. Judaism has nothing to do with the crimes that are being committed against the Palestinian people. In fact, Israel has nothing to do with Judaism. Israel is not the embodiment of Judaism. Criticizing Israel, condemning Israel is not anti-Semitic. Israel is a military enterprise, an apartheid enterprise. Israel is a militarized and an apartheid enterprise. Condemning Israel and Israel's evil act is not anti-Semitic. We are Jewish here. We are Muslims here. We are Christians here. We are from all backgrounds, all walks of life. We are coming speaking on behalf of justice, whether the victim is Muslim, whether the victim is Jew, whether the victim is Christian, whether the victim is black or Indian, or whether the victim is from wherever or whoever where. It doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter who's the criminal. And it doesn't matter who the perpetrator is. It doesn't matter. As a Muslim, I have always condemned Saudi Arabia because of the crimes that it commits against its own people and in Yemen. As a Muslim, I have always condemned Iran for the crimes it commits against its people and in Yemen and elsewhere. It's not about religion. It is not about race. It's about principle. It's about our humanity. It's about our moral compass. That's what it is. That's what it is. Let's keep this fight on. Let's keep this fight on. Things are changing. More letters are coming from Congress. More dear colleague letters are coming from Congress. More celebrities, more public figures, more elected officials are standing up and rising to the occasion and speaking on behalf of the Palestinians. More of us are turning out for the Palestinian rights. More of us are coming together. More of us are projecting this influence and this power that we have. And more of us will come to celebrate with us when we will alter the misguided, the oppressive policy of this country that claims to speak on our behalf. No Democrats, no Republicans speak for Americans except if they have the moral courage to say the truth.
Yes.
Don't give up. We will not give up. إخواننا أخواتنا في فلسطين. والله 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 لن تكونوا لوحدكم. والله لن نخذلكم. والله لن تتركوا وحيدين. والله في كل مكان في العالم نحن معكم. By Allah, by everything that we hold as sacred, we would never give up on you, our brothers and sisters in Palestine. We would never give up on your plight for freedom, equality, justice. We will never give up on any oppressed person. We would never give up on any person who's looking up to us, because we represent this moral compass that everyone is looking for. Let's keep up the fight. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. Whether you like it or not, Palestine will be free. And soon we are coming to visit Palestine. We will enter with security, and we will enter with happiness and joy.
Yes.
And we will enjoy freedom in Palestine. Netanyahu, back up, because you're leaving soon. Your government, your corrupt government is leaving soon. The apartheid regime, you're going to be dismantled soon. Justice will prevail, whether you like it or not.
Yes.
Wassalamu alaikum.
Free, free Palestine! 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 Free, free Palestine!
Mic check! Mic check! Mic check! Okay. Thanks everyone. Thank you, Dr. Osama. I just want to ask people, maybe if we could take one more step back, because things are starting to get really close and we are still in a pandemic. There's a lot of space. Take up the street. Take up as much space as you want. This is colonized streets. We're going to reclaim them. Not everyone is vaccinated. Okay, one thing I really want to highlight before we move to Mohammed al-Qid in Sheikh Jarrah is one of the things that we need to remember, and one of the things that I think almost every single one of our speakers has brought up, is the interconnectedness of our struggles. My struggle is your struggle. We won't be free until we're all free. One instance of injustice in one spot is a threat to justice everywhere, right? So really, when we're talking about how do we want to free Palestine, how do we want to free Black Americans, how do we want to free indigenous people, how do we want to do all of that? That requires all of us coming together, doing more than just posting on social media, but actually acting and organizing. That means join an organization, that means join a movement, that means don't stop acting. One post is not enough. It's important, but it's not enough. It's really important that people come out and they actually organize and build power. The only way to liberate ourselves is to build power, not to accept the status quo. On that note, if you want to join PYM, the Palestinian Youth Movement, we have a table out in the back. You can buy t-shirts and whatnot, and if you like what you're hearing today, Palestinian Youth Movement, we're recruiting always. We always want people to join the movement, right? We have a DMV chapter, and you just have to be an Arab youth in the area, that's all. Anyways, speaking of Arab youth, I'm going to move us to Mohammed. Mohammed, ready?
I mean, you can't just keep it there.
Free, free Palestine! 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 Free, free Palestine!
Mic check!
Mic check, mic check.
Mic check!
Free, free Palestine! Colombians
check.
brought their
Mic check, mic check,
Mic check.
mic check,
Yo, when we say mic check, you say mic check. Mic check.
mic check,
Mic check.
mic check,
Mic check.
mic check.
Okay, we have Mohammed Al-Kurd. He's literally in Palestine right now. He's on the front lines. It's his house that's about to be stolen. It's his house that's on the front line. And so we want to hear from him. Here you go, Mohammed.
Hello, marhaba. Can everybody hear me? Great. I'm not going to yell, and I don't know how to speak enthusiastically, so forgive me. I just have a few things to say. First of all, I am so thankful that all of you are here today supporting Sheikh Jarrah and saying no to ethnic cleansing in Jerusalem and historic Palestine at large. Today in my neighborhood has been like every single night for the past few weeks. We have been met with stun grenades, filthy skunk water, tear gas, police brutality, brute force. And all that is cruel. It is all indication that what we're doing is working. The very fact that Instagram and Facebook are censoring our posts and deleting them is indication that what we're doing is working. The very fact that Netanyahu is taking the time out of his day to make a speech about Twitter fingers means what we're doing is working. So if I have one ask of you is that do not get tired. They are betting on our exhaustion. They are betting on us forgetting about this. They are betting on the momentum dying. So please make this a routine. Make this rage and anger and aggression, this confrontation, these voices should be an everyday thing, because the military occupation we're living under, the siege that Gazans are living under, is an everyday thing. Its violence is an everyday thing. So please do not lose momentum. We are counting on you here. I also want to ask you to be unabashed. In the past few weeks, I have expressed my mind freely, and it has taken me places I never thought I would go. So please be unabashed. Please be unafraid. Please have those difficult conversations, because these difficult conversations are never going to be as difficult as living under a military occupation. Again, I just want to thank all of you for being here. I don't know how to speak at a rally. I don't do it often, but I'm so proud and humbled to be virtually here with you. And I want to tell you that the people of Sheikh Jarrah are very proud of you and are very grateful for you. The very fact that we have 200,000 people who took time to sign our petition means that the narrative is changing. So please keep pushing and be more and more unabashed. Thank you all, and free Palestine.
Mohammed, do you want to lead a chant?
Long live Palestine!
I'll just let y'all do it.
Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
White people are occupied. Resistance is justified. White people are occupied. Resistance is justified. Okay, I'm gonna invite up our next speaker, Jonathan from PCP. If you'd like to come forward.
Thank you very much. It's wonderful to see all of you here. My daughter yesterday asked me, what is going on in Sheikh Jarrah? And I explained it to her. He says, but this has been going on every day, every month. This has been our history. What's different about this time? And I want to tell you, this time is different because the world is changing. Because the oppression is no longer acceptable. Because the apartheid regime is in a serious, severe crisis.
Crisis.
They bet on the fact that the world doesn't care, that international law means nothing, that the US politicians are scared and afraid and will say nothing, that the press will be silent, that people will forget, that the Palestinians will forget, that the Arab leaders are willing to normalize, and everybody will forget. This question is over. There is no Palestine. Our previous administration put it very beautifully. The problem has been solved. There is no Jerusalem. It's all for Israel. It's all Jewish. There is no refugees. They're not a problem. Settlements are not a problem. They can settle wherever they want. Security is not a problem. They can have it. There is actually no problem. It is solved. The Palestinian people are dead. There will never be Palestine. This is what we were told. Give up, go away. Don't even try to talk about it, because we won't let you even talk about it. Now all of a sudden, there is a crisis. The two-state solution, the talks, the endless talks have failed, and everybody now knows they have failed. That it's racist, discriminatory nature, apartheid in the state of Israel has now become a known and accepted fact. But Salem wrote about it, Human Rights Watch wrote about it, even the Carnegie Foundation wrote about it. The status quo is not acceptable. This is apartheid. This is racism. We have to do something else. Now, what can we do? What is it that we can do? What does this moment mean in history? What does the collapse of the oppressive system mean?
Freedom.
Right now, the Biden administration is actually silent because they don't know what to do. And we need to tell them to return to the Obama principles. To reverse what Trump did is not enough. That is not acceptable. We need a whole new way of thinking, and there are two very important words to remember. One of them is apartheid. Apartheid. The second one is equality. Equality. That is the dangerous word they don't want to hear. They like to talk about history, about trauma, about security, about geopolitics, about realities on the ground. We answer with one word: equality. All we want is equality. One person, one vote. Equality. Equality. Equality is our cry. And now, this brings us to another very important thing. The world has changed. Apartheid is no longer acceptable. Black lives matter. Indigenous lives matter. Human rights matter. All people are equal. You know, 50 years ago, 100 years ago, women didn't even have the vote in this country. Women didn't have the vote. 150 years ago, African Americans were bought and sold as goods. They were not even considered human beings. All this has changed, and it's scaring them to death, because we are saying something new now. We are saying it doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter how much power you have. It doesn't matter what is the color of your skin. It doesn't matter your orientation. You are a human being, and you deserve respect and dignity, and you deserve equality. For many years, equality had a special asterisk next to it, except for Palestinians. Somehow you had very progressive people who are good on every issue in the world, except when it comes to Palestine. That exception no longer stands. Today, the world recognizes Palestinians are human beings. We are equal to everybody. We may not have power, we may not have weapons, we may not have money, we may not have organ, but we count because we are human beings. And we tell this to everyone. This is why today the Palestinian struggle is again becoming a universal struggle for everyone. Because this is the one issue where it doesn't matter what your politics are. It doesn't matter who you support and who you oppose. The question is, do you accept equality? Do you accept that Palestinians are human beings? Do you accept human rights? And the world has changed. Now you must accept those things, or you're no longer progressive, you're no longer acceptable, you're no longer acceptable in polite company. How dare you not accept Palestinians as human beings? This is no longer allowed. And this is where we're going to go. So my advice to you from now on is we have a whole new line to follow. We are no longer an oppressed victim people. We are a proud, fighting people, fighting for human rights, fighting for dignity, fighting for equality, fighting for values that everyone should resonate with. And anybody who doesn't, they have a problem, we don't. So what's happening today in Palestine, in Sheikh Jarrah, in Jerusalem, in the West Bank, in Gaza, inside in the Arab towns, in Lidda, in Haifa, and in Ramle, all over, people are saying we have one message and one message alone. Equality. We have dignity, we have respect, and we have human rights, and we demand that you respect them regardless. And this, by the way, I assure you, is a winning battle. The arc of history is very clear. You can no longer count on racism, on discrimination, on privilege, on wealth, on power. In the end, you must accept all people as human beings, because we are all human beings, and that is our line, and that is what we believe in. Thank you very much.
What do we do when Palestine is under attack? Act up, fight back. What do we do when Palestine's under attack?
Act up, fight back!
What do we do when Palestine's under attack?
Act up, fight back!
What do we do when Palestine's under attack?
Act up, fight back!
Okay, thank you. Next we have Shelly coming up from JVP. Welcome, Shelly.
Palestine will be free!
Zedek, Teardorf. Zedek, Teardorf. That means justice, you shall pursue. Jewish Voice for Peace stands for justice and equality for everyone, everywhere. And we need to recommit to that. We need to recommit to justice, you shall pursue. You know, last night, I listened to Amapour and Company on PBS, and she featured Mustafa Barghouti. He was wonderful, as usual. But the person who was representing the Israeli government
was actually not one of those you might think would be up there, who's spewing hatred toward Palestinians, who's talking about the need to annex everything from the river to the sea. She was talking as a representative of the Israeli Green Party. So you would think that she would be talking about all the violence on the part of the Israeli military and what is going on, and the many, many people, the many Palestinians who have either lost their lives or have been severely injured. But no, what she talked about was peace. She was talking about the need for peace, and that it's due to problems on both sides, as if they're equal. Well, we know they are not equal. So, we need to change the conversation. Those of us in Jewish Voice for Peace are saying to our Jewish community, we need to wake up and we need to smell the coffee and we need to realize that we've got to return to our social justice roots. Forcing people out of their homes, the homes that they've lived in for generations. Is that in accordance with Jewish social values? Invading Palestinian homes in the West Bank in the middle of the night, arresting Palestinian children, blindfolding them, slapping, punching, kicking them, imprisoning them without charge or a trial. Is that really in accordance with Jewish social values? And what about the storming of Islam's third holiest site? Firing tear gas and stun grenades inside the Al-Aqsa Mosque prayer hall. How in the world can that have anything to do with Jewish social justice values? So, at JVP, Jewish Voice for Peace, and others, we're not the only ones. More and more Jewish Americans and Jews around the world are waking up. And the change is coming. So, we all need to recommit, if we haven't already, and I think most of us here have, to Zedek Tirdoff. Justice, justice we shall pursue. And we need to make sure that we keep reminding everyone in the U.S. government, the State Department, everyone in the Biden administration, as well as our members of Congress, that it's time to stop letting Israel get by, that it's no longer acceptable to ignore their human rights violations and the violations of international law. So, Zedek, Tirdoff, justice, justice, you shall pursue. Thank you, everyone. From the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free!
from the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free!
from the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free!
from the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free!
free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free right? And then we're gonna move on to the Lincoln Memorial. And again, on Saturday, there will be a march at the Washington Monument, right? We're gonna start there and we're gonna march, okay? So today's the start of the march and Saturday's 4 p.m., 3 p.m. 3 p.m. on Saturday, there's gonna be a march, okay? We're all gonna see you all there, right? Yeah! Good, okay. Here you go, Hannah. All right, everyone, who's fired up? My name is Hannah, and I'm representing the Council on American Islamic Relations today, and I'm proudly Palestinian. I am the daughter of indigenous Palestinians who were forcibly removed from their homes in 1948. The Nakba never ended for us. We're still fighting 73 years later, and we're tired. We're tired of this ruthless occupation. We're tired of having to constantly prove our existence to people. Enough is enough. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. I am an American whose tax dollars fund the illegal occupation of my people. So I start today with the proclamation that Palestinians are worthy of freedom and dignity, and they have the right to live in their homes without this illegal Israeli settler colonialism. I was told growing up never to reveal my Palestinian identity to people. I was told I would be targeted by pro-Israeli groups. Well, guess what? They were right. I was. When I spoke out against the illegal occupation on my college campus, I was placed on a blacklisting site. And guess what? I'm gonna keep talking. Our existence is our resistance. So hear me loud and clear. There is no Israeli-Palestinian conflict. There is oppression. There is Israeli settler colonialism. There is stealing the lands of indigenous people, and we must fight back. The American taxpayer is paying for Israel's attempted Palestinian genocide, which Congress always seems to have the money for. Demand that your congressional representatives divest from the $3.8 billion they give to Israel every year to fund the grenades, the skunk water, and the genocide happening right now. We have the power to change what's happening. It starts here with us. Urge the Biden administration and Congress to publicly condemn and oppose the Israeli government's campaign to expel Palestinian families from Jerusalem's Sheikh Jarrah neighborhood, as well as the violent attacks against Palestinian worshippers in Masjid al-Aqsa. Support Representative Rashida Tlaib's petition urging the U.S. government to uphold international law and demand an end to Israel's illegal evictions and demolitions of Palestinian homes. Secretary Blinken, history has his eyes on you. We will hold you accountable. I leave you with this. Our oppression is interconnected. When protesters in Ferguson were being smeared with tear gas, Palestinians tweeted advice to them. The same knee to the neck hold that killed George Floyd is used on Palestinians in the illegal occupied territories. This is our fight, and we're going to keep fighting back. To my Palestinian family, we need your voices. Do not stay silent in the face of this cowardly pushback we're getting. Our voices are our strength. They have all the weapons in the world. They have all the funding in the world, and they still fear us. Keep fighting. Audre Lorde once said, your silence will never protect you. Be the occupation's worst nightmare and fight back. يا أهل فلسطين إحنا معاكم. Free, free Palestine. 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 حرية، حرية. حرية، حرية. شيخ جراح حرية. شيخ جراح حرية. غزة حرية. غزة حرية. فلسطين حرية. فلسطين حرية. can get them at the front, and then we're gonna start marching, okay? So you guys just create a little bit of space. And then anybody that's wearing a kufiya hat, these are the people that you're following, the people wearing this hat, okay? You got that?
When I see a flag like this, I know you're
your nose
going
come
to
out.
take out the
Exactly.
stick. Yeah.
I'm gonna become known as that guy.
That stick guy.
That annoying asshole, 10'6". Doesn't have to be 10 feet.
You're the DC based.
Basically.
You got it.
Say something.
You haven't seen Hala out here, have you?
No,
She didn't come with me, but she's coming from her work to here.
Can we get the banners to the front?
I'm sorry?
Have you seen them marching?
Yeah, they're gonna march to the beginning.
Banners to the front.
Which I think is actually like really cool. Isn't it like the mall's like
20 minutes, half an hour.
Oh.
It isn't that fast.
Free, free Palestine!
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 There's a person with my rock!
We won't back down and shake the
They've got tanks and we've got rocks! I'm gonna say, they've got tanks and we've got rocks! You're on one!
Free, free Palestine! 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 Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Oh, hey! Rahman! It is?
attention to the guy with the giant stick.
Palestine will be free! From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free! From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free! From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! Free, free Palestine! 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 Free, free Jerusalem! Free, free Jerusalem! Free, free Palestine! Stop the ethnic cleansing now! Stop the ethnic cleansing now! Stop the ethnic cleansing now! Palestine will be free.
So I don't think I've actually spoken on this stream yet, so in case, I'll just say hi everybody. As of course you've been seeing for the past hour, this is a pro-Palestine demonstration taking place here in Washington, D.C. in response to what's been going on in Jerusalem. Originally, my understanding was that this march was going to go from the State Department, which is where it started, to the Lincoln Memorial, but now they're heading north from Constitution Ave, which is kind of in the direction of the White House. So at this point, I'm not exactly sure where they're going, but it is in the direction of the White House, so we shall see.
Occupation is a crime. Occupation is a crime. Free, free Palestine. 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 Viva, viva Palestina. 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 From the river to the sea. From the river to the sea.
I recognize you.
Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. We will send, we will fight.
If you point them out, I'm happy to tell you if I'm wrong.
Palestine is our right. We will send, we will fight.
At the moment, I'm not sure you're referring to.
Yeah, no. I guess I didn't do a great job.
Palestine is our right.
If you see him and I'm not actually trying to take a picture,
Palestine is our right.
Palestine is our right.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
I'm happy to ID somebody if
Free, free
so
Palestine.
I'm gonna head forward, but reach out again.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
You just dropped your stuff.
Occupation now! Free, free Gaza! Free, free Gaza! Free, free Gaza!
Free, free Gaza!
End the occupation now!
End the occupation now.
Free, free Jerusalem!
Free, free Jerusalem.
End the siege of Al-Aqsa!
End the siege of Al-Aqsa.
End the siege of Al-Aqsa!
End the siege of Al-Aqsa.
Hands up Al-Aqsa!
Hands up Al-Aqsa.
Hands up Al-Aqsa!
Hands up Al-Aqsa.
End the siege of Al-Aqsa! Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine!
So still heading north up 17th Street, so we're going to end up, I think, more or less on the west side of the White House. It's worth noting that the White House is Lafayette Park. The park directly to the north of the White House has actually been closed off for a year, and it just opened yesterday. So it'll be interesting to see if perhaps they end up there. But again, the last I had heard, they were heading toward the Lincoln Memorial. They've gotten well past that, so at this point I'm not sure exactly where they're going, but the White House is a pretty good bet given that that's sort of where they're closing it on.
You need to sit down so you don't fall down. Sit down so you don't fall down.
Bye, Brian. now we are on the west side of the window. So that's the White House.
Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free possible. You guys see where we're at, right? We're in Washington, D.C. We're about to move, and I really want you guys. I know it's Ramadan. I know so many of you are fasting. I know there are so many non-Palestinians in this crowd who do not understand Arabic. We will have both. You are included. You are inclusive. We love you. So free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! What do you want? Jesus! Scream it out loud. Freedom, peace, justice. What do you want? Jesus! What do you want? Freedom! What do you want it? Now! What do you want? Freedom! When do you want it? Now! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! From Pakistan to 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 Palestine! Murdering people is a crime! Murdering people is a crime! 1, 2, 3, 4! 1, 2, 3, 4! 1, 2, 3, 4! 1, 2, 3, 4! Occupation out the door! Occupation out the door! Occupation out the door! Occupation out the door! 5, 6, 7, 8! 5, 6, 7, 8! Israel is a terrorist state! Israel is a terrorist state! Israel is a racist state! Israel is a racist state! Israel is a terrorist state! Israel is a terrorist state! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! There is only one solution! There is only one solution! Revolution! 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 There is only one solution! There is only one solution! Revolution! 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 Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! We want justice! We want peace!
We want justice, we want peace!
I guess I wouldn't assume anything. Is he wearing a costume? No, an IW person would not, but that also doesn't mean that he would. I mean, yeah. So a lot of people not wrong. Yeah. I mean, I guess I would probably just say ask him, like, if you're worried about it, but I've only done that once, like, so freaking yeah. Well, be safe, drink water.
Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! بالروح بالدم نفديك يا أقصى! 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 بالروح Palestine! Free 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 Sheikh Jarrah! Free Sheikh Jarrah! Save Sheikh Jarrah! Save Sheikh Jarrah! Save Sheikh Jarrah! Save Sheikh Jarrah! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Okay, we want to be so loud. Hey! The occupation has got to go! 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 Hey! Occupation is a crime. Occupation is a crime. USA, hold your tongue. USA, hold your tongue. Occupation is a crime. Occupation is a crime. USA, hold your tongue. USA, hold your tongue. Occupation is a crime. Occupation is a crime. Gaza needs food and water. Gaza needs food and water. Israel, stop the slaughter. Israel, stop the slaughter. Gaza needs food and water. Gaza needs food and water. Israel, stop the slaughter. Israel, stop the slaughter. Hurrah, hurrah, Palestine. 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 Free Palestine. Free Palestine. From the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. Yes, Ayuni Ishabara. Palestine, hurrah, hurrah. Palestine, hurrah, hurrah. Yes, Ayuni Ishabara. Yes, Ayuni Ishabara. Palestine, hurrah, hurrah. Palestine, hurrah, hurrah. Yes, Ayuni Ishabara. Yes, Ayuni Ishabara. Baladna, hurrah, hurrah. Baladna, hurrah, hurrah. Yes, Ayuni Ishabara. Yes, Ayuni Ishabara. Al-Aqsa, hurrah, hurrah. Al-Aqsa, hurrah, hurrah. Yes, Ayuni Ishabara. Yes, Ayuni Ishabara. Palestine, hurrah, hurrah. Palestine, hurrah, hurrah. We will stand, we will fight. We will stand, we will fight. Palestine is our right. Palestine is our right. We will stand, we will fight. We will stand, we will fight. Palestine is our right. Palestine is our right. We will stand and we will fight. We will stand and we will fight. Palestine is our right. Palestine is our right. Free Palestine. 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 They got tanks, we got rocks. We got tanks, we got rocks. We're back down in Sheikh Jarrah. They got tanks, we got rocks. They got tanks, we got rocks. We're back down in Sheikh Jarrah. We won't back down to Sheikh Jarrah. They have tanks and we have us. They have tanks and we have us. And we won't back down to Sheikh Jarrah. We won't back down to Sheikh Jarrah. Free, free Palestine. 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 صهيونية اطلع برا. الأرض العربية حرة. يا صهيوني اطلع برا. الأرض العربية حرة. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free. Let's all be together. Let's listen. Free, free Palestine. 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 Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Occupation is a crime. Occupation is a crime. USA, hold your gun. USA, hold your gun. Occupation is a crime. Occupation is a crime. USA, hold your gun. USA, hold your gun. Occupation is a crime. Occupation is a crime. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. فلسطين حرة حرة. يا صهيوني اطلع برا. يا صهيوني اطلع برا. فلسطين حرة حرة. فلسطين حرة حرة. يا صهيوني اطلع برا. يا صهيوني اطلع برا. فلسطين حرة حرة. فلسطين حرة حرة. يا صهيوني اطلع برا. يا صهيوني اطلع برا. فلسطين حرة حرة. فلسطين حرة حرة. Long live Palestine. Long live Palestine. Long live Palestine. Long live Palestine. Palestine. Hurrah, hurrah, Palestine. Hey, I brought my car taking this way.
There's a guy looking where the tank is. Yeah, I'm at the intersection. It's just black plaza.
Come on, this 1 second, get on the same page. Let's do 110, make some buildings shake in this plaza, okay? Don't you cry! Don't you cry! We will never let you down! We will never let you down! Don't you cry! Don't you cry! We will never let you down! Don't you cry! Don't you cry! We will never let you down! We will never let you down! Don't you cry! We will never let you down! Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry!
عربية فلسطين عربية من المية للمية من المية للمية فلسطين عربية فلسطين عربية من المية للمية من المية للمية فلسطين عربية فلسطين عربية من المية للمية من المية للمية فلسطين عربية من المية للمية فلسطين عربية من المية للمية From the river to the sea Palestine will be free From the river to the sea Palestine will be free From the river to the sea Palestine will be free
They got tanks, we got rocks, we won't back down and Sheikh Jarrah. They got tanks, we got rocks. They got tanks, we got rocks. They got tanks, we got rocks. We'll back down and Sheikh Jarrah. They got tanks, we got rocks. We'll back down and Sheikh Jarrah. They got tanks, we got rocks. We'll back down and Sheikh Jarrah. They got tanks, we got rocks. We'll back down and Sheikh Jarrah. They got tanks, we got rocks. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free.
Okay, there we go. This is louder. Okay. Hey, everybody. We're going to wrap up. We don't want to itbik, actually, because people are dying. I feel like debke is not necessarily the most appropriate thing right now. We're not going to do debke, right? احنا عائلاتنا عم تستشهد. Al-Aqsa is literally on fire. We're not gonna do debke today. It's not really appropriate. What I want to let everybody know is on Saturday. Hey, you guys, there's another rally. There's another rally. So if you guys could just 1 second, give me 1 minute to give you the details for the rally.
1 minute, guys.
Okay, the details for the rally is on Saturday, May 15th. At Washington Monument. At 3 p.m. That's Saturday. May 15th. Nakba Day. We will be protesting. At 3 p.m. Washington Monument. الشعب الفلسطينية. There's Americans, Muslims for Palestine, okay? There's the Council on what is it? Islamic Relations. CARE. Whatever CARE stands for. JVP. You guys, we're trying to get people information عشان we hold the same rally and a better rally on Saturday. فعشان مشان الله يعني تسمعوا شوي. Let me give it 1 minute عشان نيجي بالآلاف. يا الله. Okay. Sorry. But yeah, that's it. خلاص do whatever. Alright, we'll see you on Saturday.
Palestine! Free, free 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 Palestine! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! Say Shukra! Say Shukra!
Alrighty, so that concludes their, they're still doing a little bit of chanting, but the actual organizer basically declared that they are finished here at, this is actually Black Lives Matter Plaza that they just finished on. And you may notice, by the way, that the paint is gone. So the area that I'm standing was actually paved last night. This area, Black Lives Matter Plaza, this is where the situation happened on June 1st, where President Trump's, at the time, people...
Sophia, I know you can't.
Yeah. What's what's up?
Nothing much, just leaving before everybody else leaves.
I'm about to wrap up my live stream, but let me come say hi after.
Yeah.
This is actually the spot that on June 1st, President Trump, or then President Trump, did his stunt with the Bible, where he held the Bible in his hand at the church right there. And following that, Mayor Muriel Bowser had the words Black Lives Matter painted in this spot, so this became known as Black Lives Matter Plaza. And as you can see, it's actually been paved over last night. Some of the protesters were saying that that shows that it was a performative gesture, that she put it there in the first place. Apparently, it's going to be repainted tomorrow, so that'll be interesting. As some protesters noted out here, this will be going on again on Saturday, so I will probably be out here on that day as well. Thank you everybody for watching. Have a great rest of your day.